Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the challenge problems. So problem 1 here says to divide. So when we're dividing by a mixed number, we first have to take that 1 and 2 2/3 and convert it to an improper fraction. So we take the denominator. So we take 3 and we multiply by the whole number 1. That's 3. We add the numerator 2. That's 5, and we put it back over the denominator of 3. So now this problem becomes 5/6 divided by 5/3. So now we're going to follow keep, change, flip. So keep the first fraction, change the sign to multiply, flip the last fraction. And even before I notice I can cancel stuff out, I can cancel the 5s. And the 3/6, and I'm going to end up with 1/2. And if you're not sure, go ahead and multiply it out. 5 times 3 is 15 over 30, which is 1/2. There you go. So the next one, multiply. Again, before you can multiply, you need to convert them to improper fractions. So 5 and 1/2. So we're going to convert that one first. Denominator times whole number. Add the numerator equals 11 over 2. And then we're going to take the other one, 5 and 3/4, and we're going to convert that one. Denominator times whole number, add the numerator, put it over the denominator. Great, let's plug them in. 11 over 2 times 23 over 4. No switching stuff around. You can go ahead and multiply 11 times 23 on the top. That's going to be the top of your fraction over 8. 2 times 4 is 8. I'll let you finish that on a calculator. Good luck. So now we're going to talk about subtracting mixed numbers with like denominators. But this is not going to have a bigger number minus a smaller number. So if you think about mixed numbers, and you can actually click this slide. Here, I'm going to take us to it. There's slides that show you how you can borrow. It's kind of like when you borrow from the number before. You can borrow a whole number, and then you add that whole number to the numerator, right? And then now this is 12 over 9, and now it's something you can solve. So I'm going to show you this. If this doesn't really make sense to you, you can see these other 3 slides right below that one that show you how to do it in different ways. Okay? So let's go back. I'm going to borrow. So 9 and 3/11. I'm going to borrow from 9. I'm going to borrow, obviously, 11/11 from 9. So 11/11 plus 3/11 equals 14/11. So this is actually going to be 8 and 14/11. Don't forget to take 1 away from that and add it to the fraction. So now we're going to subtract. So 8 minus 4, right? We still subtract the whole numbers first. That's 4. But then we subtract 14/11 minus 5/11, which is 9/11. So our answer, put it together, is 14 and 9/11. I'll try one more, and then I'll let you go ahead and do that. So I got to borrow from 5. How do I know I need to borrow? Well, 5 is smaller than 6, and then you get a negative, and unless you're really good with negatives, that's not going to work. So I'm going to take 1 from the 5 here. I'm going to make that 4. And then I'm going to add 10 to this, right? Because 1 whole in 10th form is 10 over 10. So that would be 15 over 10. Oops. Okay. You can slow it down here and double check by going 10 over 10 plus 5 over 10. That would be 15 over 10, and so on. So now we're going to subtract. We're going to take 5, or oops, almost forgot to change it to 4 now, whole numbers. So 4 minus 1 equals 3. And then we have 15 over 10 minus 6 over 10 equals 9 over 10. So this is 3 and 9 over 10. You can try the last one and try it. So these next ones here, okay, so we have different denominators. So again, you can go back to those slides I just show you right here and see how to convert to improper fractions if you feel like doing it that way. I'm going to do where I change the one fraction or both fractions first, and then I'm going to see if I need to borrow. So I'm going to go ahead and just look at number 1. So first, I want to go down below next to it. So 3/5 and 1/10. So 5 and 10. Common denominator is definitely 10. So I'm just going to multiply 3/5 times 2 over 2. And that would get me 6 over 10. Now this is 5 and 6 over 10 minus 2 and 1 over 10. So that actually looks like I can just subtract both pieces and no borrowing required. So 5 minus 2 equals 3. 6 over 10 minus 1 over 10 equals 5 over 10, which simplifies to 1/2. Put it together, 3 and 1/2. I'll do one more. Number 2 looks great. So number 2 is going to require me to change both fractions. So first I see 3 and 4. So I'm just going to go ahead and multiply them together. 3 times 4 equals 12. And I know from creating charts that 12 is their least common denominator. So 12 is what I'm going to use as my denominator. So I have to change 2/3 by multiplying by 4 over 4. And then I have to change 2/4 by multiplying by 3 over 3. I realize now that 2/4 could have been simplified before, but we'll leave it there. Don't worry about it. So 2/3 times 4/4 equals 8 over 12. And this one is 6 over 12. Now, it does look like this is something I can easily subtract, right? This was the first one, and this was the second one. So let's just subtract those first. Don't worry, that's the lunch bell for right now, not for you. So 8/12 minus 6/12 is 2 over 12, which simplifies to 1/6. And then we subtract the whole numbers. 5 minus 4 equals 1. This is 1 and 1/6. I mean, I could do a few more, but I think you get the hang of it. It's just going to take practice. The more you practice, the better it'll get. And then I think that's all I got there. So good luck.